Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Albion Online. I do apologize if you get any feedback or background noise. I'm not wearing any headset. My mic is also maybe a little bit different. I just have it placed kind of on my table. And we're hoping that everything goes well and it's probably going to pick up my clicks from my mouse and probably clicks from my keyboard. So I do apologize if you hear all this extra noises and or background from the speakers because I can't wear headsets right now because my ear infection is causing me to have all sorts of issues. So again, I apologize for this episode if there's anything like that, and if people want, I can just turn the mic off and reply to people via typing it out. I have been playing a lot still. I just haven't been recording because of these issues that I've been having. So just so everybody's aware. I didn't put on my Helion helmet. There's chest right there. Oh, somebody sent me an email. Then I should actually read this person. GIS Snyders. I read your comment. I agree with you. I've been practicing it. It's hard for me to remember to do it all the time, but basically it's Q with three. If it was torch, I could do 3 hits. In this case, I only can do really 2.5, maybe sometimes 3 hits. But thorns do not stack, right? So the longer you have the thorns on somebody, and then just casting it just before the last one, you can do more damage over time. I just haven't practiced it like that for a long time. I did it before back when I was soloing dungeons. I haven't practiced it in a while, so we will try to practice pushing not QQ twice and then putting it down, which I 100% agree. Because they're a nature player too, and they were kind of not happy with how I was putting down thorns, but we'll do it as we can. Again, I'm sorry if you hear all these other noises. My mic's in a different spot. I'm not wearing any headsets due to the ear infection that I have. And I'm playing with speakers, so if you hear extra double noises, it's because I have a small little speaker that's playing my audio from. Don't go invis. I don't want you to go invis. But I did. Still able to get most of them with that particular combination. So, still having what was this called? Giganticus? I don't even know what they called. My mic's in a different position, so I apologize if the audio is messed up. If anybody has any feedback on this joint, please feel free to let me know. I can adjust the mic or change anything. I know you might hear my keyboard more because it's kind of near my keyboard. Just let me know if anything's annoying, and or I could just turn the mic off. I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna go to southwest. This would be easier. I've already ran through Mauer Gorge kind of once with the northeast section and the middle. We're going to go southwest here. We're already coming back. Let's put on the Albion helmet. We're still going to explore the very back, just because a lot of people don't go back there for whatever reason. Ah, I interrupted. Didn't mean to. It's okay. I'll just drop aggro right here. I don't see a boss there, but that doesn't mean one's not there. You have to actually get close enough. Sprints back up. Okay, no boss there. It actually plays out better if I don't stack thorns too many times and not waste it. As you can see, they're actually doing more damage that way. So thank you for the email. Sorry, the email came in September 4th and I didn't check my actual email until just now. So I apologize, just Sniders, if you were reading this now. Basically what he told me, because my rotation has always been, and I practiced this before when it first came out, but anyways, if normally you see me do QQ on the same spot, I always thought that it would put faster thorn charges on it, and then I could hit my E key and hit them with it, but it doesn't look like it does it anymore. Q key does not stack. So thank you for the information. I did the testing even more after he said that. So literally you only want to put a Q key, wait for the charge to cool down all the way, hit them twice, and then put another Q key just before Q is about to go down, and that way you do more damage, because the thorns do not stack. But they can cover more area effect when PvP or other things by putting Q key down and then waiting for it to go through. So basically it's Q key, you wait, hit them with it, another Q key somewhere else, wait for it to go down, and then another Q key, and then hit them. Kind of like this. Now I have to practice it, because I'm still used to doing Q key twice really fast. In conjunction. We're going to spread them out though. I know I'm putting them out quickly. Yeah, we got one of them, but I'm just going to keep going. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Got aggro here. No boss, no boss. We'll do one more quick run to the northeast. Check this one. And then we'll go this one. And then we'll go to Pen Uchaf, and then we can do farming and stuff. And if my audio is bad or if anything like that, please feel free to let me know. Again, I'm playing with speakers, so you might hear clicks from my keyboard, clicks from my mouse. Not wearing headset due to ear infection. And if the audio is bad, let me know. I know there's a chest right there. We just want to check to see if there's a boss in the back. Drop the aggro here. Okay, no boss back there. There's a chest there. Now that chest is not really worth doing. There was already another player there. We're going to just exit out. And we're going to go to Penuchef. Save time. We are at 28.1 million here. Can sell this off. Another thing that happened too here is somebody sent me a friend request. Shakulua? So, I have no idea who this is. I haven't accepted it, but looking at their total fame, 948 million. They've been playing the game for a long time. Again, I have no idea who that is. But if you let me know. And if anybody has any suggestions on what they would like to see or content, feel free to let me know in the chat. Like what you want to see me do or whatnot. Again, Albion Online is not kind of my main game I'm playing right now. It's just a subcategory game that I'm playing in the morning to quickly just regain my silver and then level up my skills as best I can. Plus, something's supposed to happen this month. I think they're releasing legendary weapons or something like that. I don't read the news. I'm not up to date. I just play the game and enjoy it. I was also thinking of buying a higher level Helion helmet. What is it called?
Satisfied?
Helion hood.
Honest prices.
And tier 8 one. That's not that bad. Okay, that's 6 million. 1.4. Standing. Excellent. Masterpiece. So excellent's not that bad. What's the difference? Chain 605 hit points. It's a good amount more hit points. We maybe. What about tier 7? Tier 7 is a lot cheaper. And a masterpiece is also semi cheaper. Excellent. 545. This would be 100 more hit points. I don't know. We'll think about it some more. Any suggestions on the viewers? I seem to really like the Helion helmet with the sprinting combination of being able to run fast with Elder Mage's boots. Or other type of cloth boots. We'll think on it. If anybody has any suggestions, if we should buy it, should not buy it, I send the question out to the viewers. Dump all these. We haven't done faction warfare in a while, and we also haven't done group dungeons. So today I kind of have a long day. I would have to pause when my kid wakes up. I have to make food for him. And so here's another question that goes out to the viewers as well, people that are watching. Should I just keep streaming and just leave the guy idle here and then go help them so they come back? Or stop the stream and restream again? Honestly, I think maybe stopping the stream and or... Hi, Honorary Jinsua. How's the audio? I'm not wearing a headset. I do have speakers on. I have the speaker set to pretty low though, so at least I can hear a few things. If there's background or feedback, you probably hear clicks from my keyboard more or in from my mouse, because my mic is down basically on my table in front of my keyboard. So, but yo, welcome. Yeah, I have an ear infection, so wearing headsets. I was wearing headsets too much, and so I was trying to think, how do I still record and play? It's great. Okay, good. This might even be my setup because this is far more comfortable for me than wearing a headset. But again, you might hear my keyboard clicks and my mouse clicks because it is kind of right next to it. Now I do have a silent type of keyboard and a silent type of mouse, but you may still hear those. And as long as it doesn't bother too many people, or if I get comments on it, let me know. Open to any type of feedback. Alright, no bosses, no chests. No bosses, no chests here either. There is a red player. Let's inspect him real quick. We'll leave him alone. So I'm just chest sitting. Now, if he does come and attack me, I will switch gears to fight him. And or we may actually just fight him and come back for him. Now there's no boss there. I'm going to run to here just to check to see if there's still a boss in the back. Sprint. Alright, no boss back there. Come over here at the A key now. We'll go back in, we'll go to the northwest side, and then we'll go southwest, and then if there's nothing, then we're gonna faction cap, because right now there's 2 stars. Something I haven't done in a while, soloing faction outposts. I don't know, I just mounted. Sprint. Alright, this is one I always forget. I always go down this path. This path is not as good as going down the north path because it's literally just flopped over. Drop aggro here. No boss. No chests. Then I'll go the southwest side. It'll be interesting to see if soloing a faction outpost with a shield. I know it's doable, I just haven't ever done it really. Actually, maybe I had did it when I was actually leveling up. It was a long time ago. I don't remember how it went. Okay, there is a boss back there. And since that red player was down here, the Thetford player, I'm going to assume we're going to get into combat and engage. Now, I don't have any roast pork going, so I noticed that just now. We're just going to keep running. With the R key now, with the roast pork now. Put this down here, put this down here. More to it. Fully heal up. Oh, there's a chest right here. Didn't even notice it. Hope that boss doesn't die before I get to him. Get my R key right now. R key up. Oops. Just a green. Go away, mouse. Put this as quick as we can. Not even look at it. I didn't even look at the estimate. Run to this boss. Let's hope he's still there. He's still there. Good. We need to be just out of range of those guys so we can drop aggro. Okay, let's put on this. Level that up. It's just a swordsman type of boss. Not a big deal. So the other day, I recorded a boss I had never fought before. This guy with his big hammer, with the glowy circle with the actual spikes on it. He was very hard, but I actually had my window off screen a little bit, so I didn't post it because it's not a full screen. But maybe I'll show it here in the stream when I have to take care of my kid. So that's a question out to the audience, the viewers that are watching. A lot of times I end my stream just because I have to go do some other things for a couple minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes or so to take care of my kid, feed him and stuff. It would be preferred if I keep streaming and show an older video that I haven't shown in any stream before, like fighting a boss that no one's ever seen, but keep the stream going and then come back and then keep going. Is that okay to people that for the stream, or do they only want to see me do live stream gaming? And I'll mention it too if it's a pre-recorded video too, that I would just come over here and bring and actually show. Let me know in the audience if that's okay or not, because if it's not, I won't do that. Cool. Thanks to Demol's Gaming. That way I can just keep streaming and going, because today's one of those days where I can have longer streams and keep going. But sometimes, like a dad, and because I get interruptions, I have to stop and do other things. Alright, there's no boss here, there's no chest there, and that is the end of this dungeon-ish. I'm gonna fight this mob real quick so I can get out of here. Now again, I know I was saying at the beginning of the stream, somebody told me to send me this email September, let me get his name again, September 14th, and I only saw the email reply today, so I didn't check my email too often. I'm so sorry for that. His name was Gis Snyders, and he was informing me how to properly put down thorns as a nature player. You know, I kind of did the testing before, but his explanation explains a lot better. Thorns do not stack for a nature player. So when you put down the Q key, when I always do it, and I know my rotation is commonly QQ first, but I was practicing it for PvP as well as for other things, as just a habit to push Q key twice. So putting two Q key thorns down right away. But it's actually better to put a Q key for thorns for nature player. Wait for most of the cooldown, attack them at least 2 times or 3 times if you have a torch, and then put another Q key down. And so the longer the actual thorns are there, the more damage you're actually doing instead of putting Q key twice, because the Q key doesn't stack. I knew they didn't stack, but I don't know, testing back and forth. So as a better nature player, we'll practice it here on this boss, and we'll see if we can explain what was explained to me. And I don't ever claim to be like a pro player or anything like that. It's just my experience as an experienced player doing PvE. Not a PvP full, like, if you ask anybody about PvP, I don't know every single weapon, I don't know every single skill, and I happily admit that. So that's where I always put Q key twice. It's actually not better. It does more damage to do, and I missed it. push putting a Q key down. Yeah, it doesn't stack. I knew it didn't stack. My whole purpose was behind it was that the reason why I was doing Q, see how the stacks are going down? My idea was if I put Q key twice, this stacks faster. And then I can hit my E key. But that's not necessarily the case. I'm going to look at the timers now. So if I put the Q key down now, it goes, and it looks like it's still going the same. And I keep forgetting to put the thing down. So I got to put a Q key and then time it. And that's where you have to count. Kind of 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then throw another one down. And that's the only other problem too. And so what I normally do is I tend to forget, and that's why I did the Q key twice. Q once, and you wait, and then put the Q key. This does more damage, and you would save more mana doing it this way. Again, if you hear my keyboard and clicks, it's because my mic's right next to it. I don't have my mic on my head due to ear infection, so I apologize for any keyboard clicks, and if it's bothering you, please let me know in the chat or in the comment section if you watch this later, and I'll figure out something to do with it. Otherwise, my mic's gonna stay where it's at because it's comfortable for me. Seems to go pretty fine with the shield. In fact, it's going more kind of along the lines of other people with shields fighting bosses. I'm wearing a damage-like set. I'm actually thinking of switching it to Guardian Boots just to be safer in case somebody comes to PvP. Guardian Boots so I can go Giant, so I actually have 2 tanking and still have the damage with the Fire Breath. I don't know, we'll think of that some more. Now I also see right here Fort Sterling is slowly making its way up this way. This is 2 stars, so this is worth more. Now, 2 Q keys like they're on Jin's Hood does not make it last longer. They always have the same cooldown, they always have the same duration. So for mana saving purposes, it's better to just have 1 Q key down. And then wait for it to mainly be down and then go. Now again with Torch, because that's normally what I play with a lot, Torch you can put 1 Q key down, you can attack 3 times and or do 2 actions. Giz Snyder's actually explains it in full in his email to me. So he says you can do the Q key, 2 actions, Q key again, 2 more actions, and then Q key again, and you can do 4 actions, and then do another Q. That's normally probably without a torch. With a torch, it's probably different. So you have to memorize the times between each one. And then you have to practice it, right? Just because you know it doesn't mean you're a pro at it just because you were told or informed the information. Just like how I'm even messing up as well. Like you push the Q key down, I wait, then put the Q key down again, hit him with the E key, and then put the Q key down again. Now I gotta figure out how to do the rotation, but that makes more sense when I'm reading it now in the email here. I can do Q key, 2 actions, whether it's attacking and or putting a spell down, and then put another Q key down, and then run and then do another Q key. I still get hit by that, but that's no big deal. I gotta figure out my rotation. But this definitely does do more damage, proven by doing mob damage and everything else, and you save more mana. So doing Q key twice like I was doing in most of my beginning videos is not more efficient, it's actually less efficient. You use more mana. So if I put the Q key down once, wait, then Q key again, wait, then Q key again. And then I gotta mix in other abilities with it, so I just have to practice it and start memorizing. So Q key, attack, Q key again. And then right here you can just do a simple triangle. I never really explained this, but you see how you get the meteors? And you see you don't have to move a ton to actually dodge almost everything for this. So you can do here, here, and here. I know I still have the W key up. But you see how very minimum movements needed to dodge his meteor storm that comes down. These guys are gonna stay here to cap this, so that's perfectly fine. We'll just go to the next one. Did I change gear? No. Still wearing the level up gear. How much fame did he actually give me? He still gave me 6,000 fame. So by the time we cap this one, we'll be able to meet up with the other team and actually cap those other things. So we'll come over here. I want to just circle one once quick. We're going to mount over here. I almost hit the Q key twice again. Just habit. Trying to mentally remind myself not to do that. Again, it's just going to take muscle memory at this point. And see, and even then I missed the Q key putting it down because I'm not used to it, right? I'm not used to that rotation. Two actions, Q key. Two actions. Another screen. Shouldn't be. You can literally dodge this with very minimum movements. Like you notice when meteors come down, people run all around and scatter like little. You don't need to do that. Cap that one. Now we can run over here. Are there any other tips you have received that are helpful? Not via email. That was the only email that I received. And the other tips that I received were not for the Albion Online game. It was for my Ultima Online game. If there are any tips that I can think of recently on Origins-a for Albion Online. Oh, somebody made a comment on my 2v2 PvP, 2v1 PvP one for claws. So I'm gonna admit, yeah, he called me a noob, which it's fine to call me a noob when it comes to PvP, because I admit that I'm not any pro at PvP at all. Anyways, the enemy player used claws, and if you watch that 2v1 short video I have, or even the full video, when he hits me with claws, he's hitting me for a long duration, you know, just hit. Anything I cast while he's hitting me with that gets interrupted. Yeah, I admit, I didn't know that. So if you watch my video, you notice I'll hit the E key, and then I'll hit the W key, and then or whatever, no, my Q key and my E key, and they both get interrupted. So they get interrupted because his claws, every single time he hits, it interrupts the spell in full. And then someone else left a comment as well that the giant boots, I'm over here just doing muscle memory, the giant boots, they are not interrupted. So for when somebody's stunning you, if I hit the giant boots, he can't interrupt those for when he's using the claws. So they hit. Honestly, I thought they were kind of gauntlets. I didn't even know they were claws, but they're claws. So claws are, I believe, daggers? Again, I'm no professional at all the weapons. I don't claim to be. I'm only good at what I know with what I play. And even then, I'm not even a pro with what I play, because I haven't been playing since all the time. Like, I don't have anywhere near as much fame as somebody like this. This person has 948 million fame. I take advice from somebody like this over somebody like me, who I only have, at the current moment in time, 189 million total fame. So I have literally 8 to 9 times less experience than another player like that. Or even my brothers. Like, I listen to my brothers when it comes to this game, because Delau, he's got 734 million fame, right? At the time when I first started streaming or playing the game again, it was 7 times more than I had, because I only had 100 million fame. Or if I come down here to Baruch, he also has 766 million fame. So he also has way more experience than me when it comes to Albion Online, and I'll listen to them. each person has different experience in the game, and each person has different experience in different weapons, right? Barach is good with staffs, maces, and hammers. And so any advice he gives me around those weapons and shields and stuff, I would probably take his advice over somebody who has a lot less experience. Oh, the 2v1 video? Yeah, the 2v1 short video has gotten a lot of interesting comments. I've learned a lot from it. And I take any type of comment into full stride, right? As long as it's, feedback that I can learn and grow from, not just a simple, oh, do this, do that. Like, give me constructive feedback. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, and I can learn from it and grow from it. I never admit to be a professional in this game. I am merely learning and growing. And I always say that too when I'm actually doing my videos. In my videos and in my live streams, I always am admitting I am practicing and I'm learning and growing. Yeah, the E roots you too, right? So the E key for Nature Staff on Origensua does root the enemy player. So when you have 3 Q keys, so 3 thorns on somebody, and you hit the E key, it will root the enemy player. And it also does damage. I think it was a good 2v1 PvP. A lot of the comments that I got back were the fact that it was in the yellow zone. Yeah, I was in the yellow zone. It was still player versus player. Some people even made the comment. That's the other thing too. Some people made comments that that was PvE. PvE is player versus environment, right? PvP is playing player versus player, regardless of what it is. It doesn't matter if it's you lose less, you lose not. And then some of the other comments too were the fact of you don't lose anything in the yellow zone. That's not a true statement. Because I have so much tier 8 gear, right? And also because I was wearing high tier gear. Even somebody in lower tier gear can take out somebody in high tier gear. That's how Albion Online works. Like, you can still beat somebody in high tier gear. But what you do lose when you go down in the yellow zone or the blue zone is you lose gold. And I lose 250,000 gold. Now, most people that go into the black zone, and I know I'm saying most, but a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people that go into the actual black zone or red zone, they don't even spend 250,000 in gold. Yeah, they lose all their gear, but I'm losing more in the yellow and blue zone. So the comment of you don't lose anything in the yellow zone or anything like that is not a true statement. You actually kind of lose more because you lose a lot of gold. So I'm just trying to address that comment as well, because I get a lot of comments, a lot of different and very interesting comments. I agree. Yeah, it's in the yellow zone. Maybe it's boring, but it's a different type of PvP as well, right? When I say PvP, player versus player, like, everyone just thinks of Albion Online player versus player is only in the black zone, only in the red zone. You lose actually less in the black zone because you're going in with not high tier gear that costs a lot cheaper. Plus, combat is a lot different. When you're doing high tier gear versus other people that may not have the same high tier gear, right? They may not have tier 8.3, tier 8.4. But the combat is extremely different from black zones or red zones. And some people say, oh, that's boring. The combat lasts longer. The combat does different. They do more damage, you do more damage, you can take more damage. All those things have to be taken into account. In yellow zones, people just fight you to damage your gear for you to lose silvers and repair. Exactly like Honor Agents is saying. Like, that's what you lose, is you lose silver. I'm sorry if I was calling it gold. Silver in the game, because the reason I'm thinking gold is I'm thinking Ultima Online, but it's called silver here in Albion Online. Oh, here I'm putting QT twice again. I'm literally doing it on autopilot. That's actually why I put the QP twice when I'm fighting faction bosses, is because autopilot does what it's supposed to. Just doing enough damage so I don't forget to actually do the damage. We're not going for the next one, or what are they doing? Normally you should go here, so like them coming here is not good. You should have capped this one, then capped this one, because you get more faction points. I think they're going here. So whoever's making the call and the shots to do this, they're not doing it in an effective way. Because we come here, right? And then we'll come here and come here. And then what are they going to do? Back northwest? We'll see what the person that's pinging. And to ping, you just have to double click the map, the mini map here. So if I were to zoom back out and double click the mini map, it would actually pull in that the little ping. Good morning, kid. Say autopilot again. I put the QT twice again. 1 QT. Wait. That was the thing. I was putting 2 QT keys because I was literally doing it brainlessly. Now that I'm remembering why I did 2 Q keys on the boss. I do a Q key here, and I don't actually forget to put the second one, and so it's just kind of muscle memory for me. Or I can do other things and just do. But this is a good way to getting faction points. Faction points can lead to chests. Chests lead to more books. More books lead to more skills leveled up. I need to make sure I feed my kid. You can have your computer, but let's make sure you get some food before you go to school, okay? We're playing autopilot. Computer turned off, turn it on. You did do it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna cap this last one because I want that full because this is a 3-star one. And then I'll have to actually stop the live stream, and then as I ask the question, get the interpreter. Go. to autopilot, throwing Q keys down really fast. So what I'm going to do over here after I defeat this boss is we'll pull up a VOD. I'm guessing video is video on demand, or I don't know what VOD actually stands for. But what we're going to do here is we will create one of these. Let me just get the video. Let's just have a short video here. Now it is offset. I do apologize that it's offset. I didn't know it was because I just kind of recorded it when I saw this boss. But let me come over here and we'll move this out of the way, and we'll move this in here. And again, this is a pre-recorded video. Again, I apologize that it's offset. But we'll just cover this one over here. So
Hello everybody, right after my task that I need to do, I log back in.
And
so
I'm
right
gonna go
after
take care of
the
my
live
kid. I'll
stream
be right back.
of day 8 morning. I can see right here, here is a boss. This is a boss that I've not actually, I don't know if I've ever fought a boss like this before with the hammer. Yeah, I've not fought a boss like this before. This is the first time fighting one like this, so this will be interesting. Let me eat roast pork just in case, because I'm taking too much damage. Hit the R key, hit the D key. Yeah, taking way too much damage. We're gonna have to cloak this probably. Just try to kill off the other guys at least. This boss does a lot of damage. Kill off this archer. Let's kill off that knight. I didn't get him. And I'm on the wrong side. That's not good, that's not good. Potion it. Alright. Maybe I can just fight the boss now alone. Wow, talk about a big boss. I still have the same stuff that I had from the ending of the live stream day 8. But log back in, you see right here, there's one boss. This is a very, very big boss. We'll see if we can beat him. We'll wait for full hit points. He did way... Okay, here we go. It's okay, at least I don't have the archer anymore. Hit him with this, go big. Well, I'm attacking the main boss. Oh, he's 47 hit points. 47,000, sorry. It's okay. R key now, D key. Just doing damage. I have no idea what a stage 2 or stage 3 looks like. Okay, so stage 2 has a ghost thing that pulls people in. Not a big deal. Okay, those are okay. I've seen a boss do something very similar. Mechanics in the undead dungeons. He is definitely different though. I'm running out of mana. We have to be careful. Purposely doing it a little bit slower, hitting it more often to get some mana back. We're gonna go big now. Okay, he just reached stage 3. Just gonna run past those. R key now, D key. Ah, I got hit by that. I don't want to get hit by those. That was big damage. Holy moly. Oh, 1 to 200. Stupid cloak. He was at 200 hit points. Okay, I now know that it was... Well, one more try, one more time. I was trying to rush it because I thought I heard somebody coming in. But at least I don't have that knight now. Mana is a problem. Tempted to put on the Elder Mage's boots instead of these ones. We'll use Giant for this. And I know to save Giants for the end now. Waiting for mana, waiting for mana. Okay, his third stage he hits really, really hard. So I need to make sure I have enough mana. So the shield doesn't allow me to do quicker attacks. So I have less mana. So I need to control my mana consumption. We're gonna go damage and D key because his beginning is not hitting that hard. His end stage is definitely, his third stage is definitely something to look out for, and that's why I want to burst him down with as much damage as possible. Okay, see how that does a lot, doesn't do as much damage until he reaches, so his skills even do more damage as he goes to third stage. Hit him with this now. Now I gotta be careful because I don't want to get him to third stage before these cool down. Okay. I remember that he does 3 of those, okay? And I gotta make sure to dodge him. He's already at stage 2. Been saving my F key specifically for this. But not for this stage, for the next one. Okay, my R key's coming up. And then with this, we're still saving R&D so that we can burst him down. Once he gets down to 10,000 hit points, we're still playing it safe. Don't even risk getting hit by those things now. Okay, we're at that point. R key now, D key. Okay, we're watching, we're watching. Gonna go big now. Not get hit by that, or the next one. We'll go smaller soon. R key now. I need to do damage. No. Okay, clearly I need mana and damage. How much hit points do I lose on this one? Just give this a shot. This guy hits hard. Alright, give this a shot again. Kinda wish I had my torch. R key, D key. Just do as much damage as quickly as possible. Let's just see how it goes. Just for mana. Not gonna have mana issues this time. R key now again. Is that stage 2? After the X, he's gonna do that. There's the X again. Still having mana issues. R key now. D key. by that. Gonna get hit by that. Arky again. I think he's doing just way too much damage. Look at that. He's okay, his ghosts do mana drain. Either mana drain or something. Because I was running out of mana. I need a different. I'm gonna have mana issues. Mana issues. Tempted again. This time we grabbed another swordsman. Oh, I don't even know why I attacked with such little mana. Just gonna get hit by those. We're gonna try a different tactic. We're gonna take damage and hit him harder with the R key. I'll miss those ones right there. I'll wait for my hit points to be lower. Because RD and other keys will come up. Dodge that, dodge that, dodge that. This one's do a lot. Purposely trying to save some mana. He just went tier 3. Okay, we can take a little bit more damage. We're still saving. Still save R key now, D key. Wait, R key now. Dodge this, dodge one more. Oh, he just one-shotted me. I should have hit the F key. I was thinking, okay, I need to hit the F key, and I didn't hit the F key. I should have hit the F key at the end. So it's still doable. 250k bill? That's okay. Try this again. He's doable. The strategy would work. Next time I should have went big. Because it was doing the damage. Alright. Oh, double the archers. I need to get rid of these archers. R key, D key. Get rid of these archers, please. Just do it now. Just straight damage. He also speeds up when he does that too. Okay, he's at stage 2. Saving. hitting him, getting his timing down, so I can move out of the judge just enough so I can still hit him. Damage is what's important on this boss. Okay, now he's stage 3. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Okay. Still saving. R key now, D key. Hitting, hitting, hitting. Now you gotta be careful of his one shot, because he hits very hard. Hit him, hit him, hit him again. Oh, F key, R key. Oh, I did it wrong. But he still got him. Whew. Large blue. Alright. Doubt I can carry it all. This guy's in the way. Go away. Can I drop him? No, I can't. Not without eating a potion. I'm not gonna waste a potion on this, maybe. Just get rid of him. Yeah, I know it's cutting time into my actually looting the chests. But I got the boss. Not grabbing that for sure. Alright, let's see what we got. It just fixes the repair bill if I could carry it all. I'm gonna start tossing these things that I have to repair and not even worry about it. We'll save the tier 5 though. Toss this too. There we go. Alright. Pretty sure I can carry the rest. Double check it. Yep. Still has space. Grab the big ones just in case. Yep. I get it all. Grab this too. Worth it for the XP. Worth it. Hello everybody, right after my task that I need to do, I log back in. So right after the live stream of day 8 morning, I can see right here, here is a boss. This is a boss that I've not actually, I don't know if I've ever fought a boss like this before, with the hammer. Yeah, I've not fought a boss like this before. This is the first time fighting one like this, so this will be interesting. Let me eat roast pork just in case, because I'm taking too much damage. Hit the R key, hit the D key. Yeah, taking way too much damage. We're gonna have to cloak this probably. Let's try.
Alright, sorry everybody for that interruption. Let's close that out. Let's get this actually in the proper window. And let's enter the world. Let's get rid of this. Alright, again, sorry for that. I have to go, and then now I have an emergency because it is kind of raining and slash snowing outside, and I may have to actually take my kid to school too. But that might happen a little bit later because there's no reason to take him right this second. Oh, it's offset again. That's what the problem is. There we go. Alright. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I made sure that everybody knew that that was a pre-recorded video. Yeah, that was boss. The first time I ever seen the boss like that, and that boss was a hard boss. And I do apologize that it was offset, because that's how I recorded it on accident. I just saw the boss, open up my game, open up the recorder, and forgot to set my screen properly. so it was recorded off. It was recorded on a off scale. If I recorded it properly, I probably would have made it as an actual video, because that boss was a boss that I had never seen before, and so that was my first attempt ever even trying to solo that kind of boss. But he was a tough fight. But it was a good learning experience. I learned his mechanics. I learned how he was. It looks like that type of boss only spawns in those static dungeons, because I've never seen it spawn anywhere else. And you can see he had a very interesting 3 stages. I figured I'd at least share it somewhere. Again, it wasn't recorded nicely, but I was actually planning to just delete it. But I was like, oh, the chances of me running into that boss again are not going to happen anytime soon. So just to showcase it so everyone got to see the boss fight, see how hard it was. Even the solo in full tier 8.3/8.4 gear, he wasn't just an easy fight. Oh, it's in the Nightfall Abbey Mists. I've never played in the Mists, so that's good to know. Honor Jensua. Since I don't actually play in the Mists, and I don't know, do I have any Mist fame to actually hit on those content? That's good to know. He is a hard, tough boss. Took me many attempts, but as you saw from the beginning to end, I even died once. Was eventually able to beat him. So if anybody's trying to solo him, you just have to understand all the mechanics. You can't let the ending ones hit you, like what you saw when he was doing those things. I purposely had to dodge them, because if I didn't dodge them, you saw how much damage he did. And then even when after that, his damage output at the end was substantially huge. So I had to save my burst damage just for the end, purposely, so I could beat him. Alright, we made our way back to Penuchev. We can now check the chests here, see if they've respawned. When it came on, then. Oh, that's really early morning for him. Alright, there is one chest down there. Would like to put on the Helion helmet. It's not going to let me. We're going to eat roast pork now. Keep going. One archer, not a big deal. Hey, not a big deal. Oh, I just grabbed that glowy guy. I didn't want to. Let's pull him all the way back here. I'm talking to family, that's why I muted myself. I'm asking if I need to drive them. Let me come here. I gotta step away and I gotta ask them real quick because it is kind of raining, snowing, slash ish. It's not raining anymore. Hold on, let me go check. I'll be right back. Sorry, I stuck a cracker in my mouth. And then I started going the wrong way. So they're okay. The sun came out. It's not that long of a walk. It's just like a 3 to 5 minute walk to the school. So with the sun out, with an umbrella, they said they'll be fine. Hunter and Gentle, I'm glad that my advice on specializing in a build helped you out. Honestly, that advice goes out to anybody playing Albion online. Specialize in what you want to play and get good at it, and all of a sudden you'll do better. Just like me, when I'm thinking I want to do gauntlets, that's what I'm planning to do here. I'm planning to level up some gauntlets just to test it out. So I'm do the base 3 first, and then I'll see if I really like it or not. If I don't, there's some other ones that people suggested as well, right? Like daggers. I started leveling up some daggers too, in case that's something I wanted to try out. And then also holy staffs as well for healing. So there's a whole bunch of different things I want to try out. Now that I finally specialized enough in nature, finally get all to 100. I do have to spend the 8 million, which I probably should just spend now, right? I'll do it here on the live stream. I don't have enough yet. Once I get the full amount, I'm just gonna go straight to 120 and spend the 8.5 million, and just go to 120 for the nature staff. This is the staff I always use. One there, one there. One more right here. Alright, we need to put the Helion helmet on. Oops. Huh. Is that really only 88? So now I'm gonna grab that. Run, 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 run to the middle. DK now. So I already just got this chest. We're gonna recall out. Somebody's asking for a password reset on my server. So I host a server in a game. So I need to go reset their password. We'll do that a little bit later. He said no rush. I just need to remember to do it. Mark this as Discord doesn't allow me to have one that has a respond later. Slack has that option though. Send via text. Today is, what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday's really hard to get any chests. Mondays and Tuesdays seem to be really good days, at least for me, around this time when I play, right? But Wednesdays, it's very scarce. And so you literally can just see me do the rotation and I just go back and forth checking all the different chest spawns. Nothing at all. Oh, there's a chest right there. I normally never get this chest. Someone's always there. Ah. Oh well, they cloaked. I think we're gonna keep the Helion helmet on, just to be safe, in case we need to actually smoke bomb it for any reason. Looks like I can just pull two. There, one here. We put the third one, put this one here. I had the wrong guy selected. Huh. We'll grab all three. Old habits die hard. I know I'm putting Q key twice. Wait for the Q key and then put no. It's just a green. Oh, pick it up. Alright, no boss there, no boss there. This allows me to check over here. I don't see anything there with the D key. There's nothing really there that I can see on the edges. So we can A out. Now if I wait about 2 to 3 more hours from now, I can come back down here and there will be chests. But there won't be... There's not likely to be any high level chests. Because the server is way past restart. It's no longer considered morning or even early morning. It is past that time. Chances of getting anything good are going to be a lot lower. Plus, it's Wednesday. And for whatever reason, Wednesday on the US West server, there's a lot less. I want to grab these guys. I have some cooldown though. See how there's a glowy circle and a glowy? These guys should be really easy to actually fight. They should give not bad fame. Let's say drop loot. I had to cough there for a second. So if you're hearing the clicking of it, muting and unmuting, I apologize. My brother say anything? Let me double check. He didn't say anything. I need a new mouse. Every time I scroll up or down, it just does a double thing back and forth. So I need to get my brand new mouse. That back here. 65,000 fame. That's not bad. Alright, question out to the audience, people watching. What do you want me to see me do next? More chests? Should I go do my farming? Should I go do group dungeons? Should I go find my brother and play with my brother and do whatever he's doing? Or I'll just decide for myself if nobody gives me any advice or answers. We'll sell this off. If I don't get any responses in the chat window, then I'm just gonna go do my farming, which can be boring, but it's the time to do farming for me. Philippe Thomas, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I don't know either, right? Because I just do the same things over and again, and I know I've gotten a few comments saying that I'm being repetitive and maybe it's getting boring or whatnot, so that's why I asked the question out to the audience. And even for people that watch this later, I read comments. I respond to all comments currently as I'm still able to. If it goes out of hand, then maybe I won't be able to at some point in the future, but right now I can. So if you give me feedback on what you would like me to see me do, I am happily trying to show it. I know some people just wanted to see me do boss fights. That's why I pre-recorded that boss fight. So any interesting boss fights I will try to record and make sure that they get put out. Hey KKU, I just have you in back and I'm revising. Well, that's cool. So the last stream that I did AKKU, which was a lot shorter, I think it was just like a 28-minute video. That one runs through the whole route pretty effectively in 2 different places. It's a nice short one. If you want me to create regular content on it, I can happily do that. And since there's been no real suggestions, I'm gonna go do my farming so that you all can see it, because there have been interest in the farming. So for those that want to see other action, well, that's not going to happen for the next while unless I get some other comments in the next short bit. So what I just did was I bought a pork pie. You always definitely want to buy a pork pie. That gives you 15% more yield, right? That's in with what you actually pick up. So I'm going to go here, dismount. We'll wait the 5 seconds. We need this silver too. So 28.3 million now. Now we're going to eat the pork pie. And now we have 30 minutes to do our farming. Now if I do this without talking or explaining anything, I can do all the farms in about 15 minutes. So unless there's any questions, I'm going to try to focus as best I can without explaining it, so we just cut down on time. This includes watering. And some people that do farming may have noticed there's a certain pattern that I do here. It makes it so there's the least amount of clicks. Well, least amount of walking, not clicks. I meant walking, which saves on time. Alright, I need to pick up more corn so I can feed my pigs. I should do that all in one fell swoop. I need to start memorizing and doing this. It's going to be the same routine constantly. Put the milk in there. Something real quick. Ask me a question. Where is the question? I'm looking for an email so that I can. Oh well, I'll wait for them to respond.
Good day, isn't
Come over
it?
here. Let's
That's all?
make that into pork.
They are always
Now we can drop off the corn of the pork and or make pork pies. Not pork pies, roast pork. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to make roast pork. We'll grab our cow. Grab the worms too, because this is going overweight. Quickly do some crafting.
Gourmand or gourmet?
Craft that.
Call this cuisine?
Is he almost out of food? He's almost out of food. That's part of the problem.
Oh, my favorite recipe.
Oh, I don't have enough roast pork. That's why. We'll craft these two.
Superb.
Worms. Alright. Toss this stuff for now. Let's set it there. Grab my cow. Grab some more corn seeds and we'll go. Make sure I have the corn seeds.
Welcome, traveler.
Next island.
Let's go.
Now these ones you'll notice just to save time. I only do 7. of the 9. Red water. Ooh, we got the level 90. I need to open this up in Notepad++ then. Well, that's encrypted. Okay. Oh, I had already responded to that one. Sorry, multitasking.
Where you headed?
Alright, come over here. Go to this island.
Get on.
Now I could make a whole bunch more money by selling off all these crops. Which, considering doing too, think about it. Because I haven't shown any of the real profits that you make from farming, only the losses. I've just been saving up on my pork pies. My pork pies, roast pork. I don't know, I keep calling it pork pies. Alright, that's all my focus points. Now I start losing some corn. Honestly, the most profitable thing is just to grow crops. And use all your focus points on crops. Because feeding animals, I've only seen losses. Even from crafting and everything, if you really do the math. The only reason I do the roast pork is so that I don't have to, so that I can do it. It can be profitable in the future once I get my pigs level high enough and my roast pork high enough so that I can use focus points on them to be worth it. But crops will be profitable at the beginning if you use your focus points on them. And just focusing only on one crop, whatever it is that you decide to do. We'll dump some corn in here. Storage space. Now we'll dump some more corn, all the rest of the stuff back
I can get you anywhere.
here on my other island.
Here.
Then we can unfaction flag and we can go do farming in the other place. So dump this. Dump my cow. Put my lizards in the right box. Unfaction flag. Dump all this email, this mail stuff. I can claim that. Oh, what am I doing? Claim this book. Are we already almost halfway to getting this already? And literally it's only been 3 days in. I've only spent a very short amount of time playing.
Ready to leave?
Alright, CHG Wizards Island?
Hold tight.
Let's go grab my other cow. Alright, we're gonna grab 3 different crops. Now this island right here, the main reason why I'm growing different things is I am trying to level up my cabbage for potato salads. And there's only 2 farm spots on this one. Now I still lost the amount that it takes to build this. So I lost 1 seed, which is 10,000 silver. I gained 36,000, so minus that. So you only got 26,000 from that crop yield. And right here, I actually gained all my potatoes, so I didn't lose anything, which is rare. And I got 35,000 from that. Now, one other thing about crafting, if I were to make potato salad is that 36,000 plus this 35,000, which is about 71,000, right, in silver. And if I were to make potato salad, you'll see I just lose in profit from combining these two together. I'm going to show you that once we get to that island. So crafting is not lucrative until you actually use your focus points for your crafting. Anyways, I don't have any more focus points, that's why I'm just growing these and leveling up cabbage and corn. Just because I know I want to make potato salad sometime in the future. But it's definitely just costing me money, it's not really gaining me any money.
Welcome, traveler.
Now this last island over here in Thetford,
Let's go.
these are Friends Islands, I just used them for the leveling of farming. I'm still gonna grow wheat and or beans for that. We'll go back to this again. This is close to around 71,000, right? So if I come over here and I make potato salad, it's going to consume most of those resources, and watch this. So I consume almost all those resources. This is only worth 45,000 plus 7,000 plus 6,000. I don't know, what is that? 13,000 plus 45,000 is what? I can't do math anymore. 45 plus 13. 58. You see that? I just lost in profit. I just lost 71,000. I went down to 58,000 total in silver if I were to try to sell this off in the market. So crafting is, and it happens to everything you craft, right? Everything you pick up, everything you craft. So unless I used actual focus points to make my potato salad, I lost profit. That's why if you just do wheat, you see right here, this wheat, this sells for 34,000. And the seeds only cost 5,000 to rebuy them. Plus I have a 60% chance to get them back. That's why I grow wheat, because I don't have to water it. 60% chance to get the seed back. And each crop yield can yield me between 34,000 without watering it. So that's pretty good. Beans are another thing you can grow too, but beans don't give you that much chance for a sealed return. Where wheat gives you a decent sealed return for the cost, and it's still cheap. And there's still a lot of uses for wheat. And the main reason why I have beans is because I haven't bought any more new anything yet. And beans are good for roast. So I replant these beans. Because what I was thinking about doing with this island is just turning it back to my brother so he can use. Only still 8 wheat. Diminishing returns. Okay, plant the beans. Now if we're lucky, we'll get enough beans. I need 9 in total, so I need to get 6 bean return. I didn't get it. That's okay, we got 7 beans, we can plant some corn. I'm just saving off and buying any more seeds at the current moment of time. There we go. Farming is done.
I can wait a little longer. Up on.
Alright, in here. Put my cow back in here. Beans. Alright, now we can go back to main island, back to Fort Sterling. And, excuse me. We'll ask the question again to the audience. What would you like to see me do?
Here.
More chest farming? Group dungeons? Faction warfare? Or another I don't know, and I'll just decide. Put it over here. Equip this. Put the torch in here. Mount back up. Philippe Thomas. I don't know. Ha ha ha. Alright. Guess it's my decision again, unless someone else has any opinion.
Get on.
Repair. I'll run to the bank real quick. I'm gonna throw those chests in there. I'd like to see some group dungeons if you want. Okay. Definitely some solo group dungeons. I can do that. Oh, I have some extra stuff in here that I haven't sold off yet. I just put it in the bank because I didn't have premium. Pretty sure that's all garbage. That's probably garbage too. Alright, the main reason I came here to the bank was I wanted to come over here to Adventure Challenge. I wanted to claim this chest. I want to come over here and I want Faction Warfare. I want to claim this chest. I wanted to throw these chests in here. Adventure chests. Let's move this down. Put Faction chests and we'll just stack them on this way. Oh, I remember somebody wanted me to do a group tier 4. But I'm going to do a group tier 5. We'll sell this off at the bank, or the auction house. And then we'll do a solo tier 5 group dungeon. We'll buy a map and we'll go open it up. And we'll run through it.
Welcome, friend.
Let's clear this off, clear this off.
Come again.
Alright, now I need to buy tier 5 group dungeon. Tier group tier 5. Buy. I'm gonna buy 2.
See you later.
Alright, now that we have 2 of them, let's do some solo group tier 5. So what I like to do here, you can open the map here, but when you open the map here, if you buy a tier 5 group dungeon, is it normally goes here to Karen Kamain or Karen Fedare. I want a chance for it to be in Karen Gorm. And the main reason I want it to be in chance in Karen Gorm is I want the faction bonus from 1, 2, 3 zones away, so I get 15% more, which also reminds me I have to faction flag, so I'm going to faction flag now.
Join our righteous cause.
And so what you'll notice is when you faction flag, right, and if I walk out one zone, it'll be level 1 faction flag. Level 1 faction flag gives you 5% more bonus fame, loot, silver, and everything. So you see right here, the faction flag, this one right here, level 1 bonus, receive 5% more fame, silver, loot, and bonus. So the reason why I come to this map right here and open this one is for a chance for it to be here, Karen Fissure. Well, Karen Gorm is where I wanted it, but Karen Fissure is still just as good because that's still at least 3 zones away. So I have to go northwest, southwest, and then northwest again. So we're going to do that now. So as long as it's at least 3 zones away, you get that extra 15% fame, after 50% bonus loot, and you also get a higher chance of getting better chest and better loot. Now the risk is a little bit higher because then you're closer to the enemy territory. So someone from Thetford or someone else can walk in behind and attack you. But it's a risk willing to take. I'm going to wear some leveling gear again. Purposely trying to level up different gear. Right, now we gotta go northwest again. West, yep, northwest. I guess it's northwest twice. And you'll see right here, we're now faction flag 2, level 2, 10% more fame, silver, and bonus. And then when we go one more zone away, you get the 15%. That's exactly where you want your T5 group dungeon if you're doing faction warfare, which I highly recommend. And the main reason I highly recommend it is your faction points allows you to buy faction chests, which give you books, which helps you level up faster. And if anybody is saying they don't want to level up faster, then I don't know what to say to that. So. Alright, it's actually in a decent spot. So, well, sort of decent spot. This is where a lot of miners come. So I may have like somebody that's mining come and walk in on this dungeon. But at least it's not on like the open path. It's good to stop and fight those guys actually. But I'm not going to at this second. We're just gonna save time and go right into the dungeon. Now I'm practicing with the shield, so it might be a little different. Now every time you're doing a solo group dungeon, it's always good to leave 3 to 4 mobs at the start. So I'm leaving 1, 2. I don't like to leave small itty bitty guys like this, so I'm gonna fight these guys. I'm gonna eat my roast pork now. These guys are not worth leaving behind because they're not really strong. We'll leave the wizard and we'll leave the trap. We don't want to leave the silver because the silver indicates that somebody's been down here. You're trying to leave an indication that nobody's down here. But they're the guards basically for the 4 mobs. And once you leave 4 mobs, it's as much as you want to leave behind. You have to wipe everything else out. I do this as a safeguard when you're soloing. So if somebody does walk into this dungeon, they're less likely to go all the way down. They'll just look at it and be like, oh, okay. Nobody has actually entered it. But you have to fight everything else in case there's another boss on this level in order for you to actually loot it. Because there are people that literally run around group dungeons and they walk into the dungeon. Yeah, it is. And they'll just see if there's any mobs there, then they just walk right back out. And then there's some people that walk into the dungeon. If they do see mobs there, then they leave. But if there's mobs there, then some people will even run down the entire dungeon just to see, oh, did they leave any loot? Is there somebody down here? So always leaving the first couple mobs at the beginning and leaving the strong first 3 to 4 mobs, not weak guys like this. So it slows them down a little bit because normally, if you're pretty good at clearing group dungeons, solo group dungeons, it shouldn't take you that long to actually go in and clear the whole thing. Now, if you're wondering, can you do a tier 5 dungeon in lower gear? You can. It just is a little harder. Make sure you bring in the right equipment, right? And also make sure you bring in roast pork. Like, don't expect to do this solo without some kind of food buff that allows you to survive longer. Normally, roast pork is a cheaper, good alternative to be able to go and do something like this. Alright, there is one boss. What is she guarding? Only if this is the gold buff. Silver drop 40%. It's not worth doing. For this buff and for what she gives, it's not worth doing at all. But she's famed, but even then, this boss, the time it takes to fight him for that 40% more silver buff is never worth it. Never once seen 40% silver worth a chest or anything else. Fight her anyways just to show you can do it, but it's not worth the time and effort. So on average, if I'm playing by myself, I just skip bosses like this. Just because that 40% more silver is useless. And she won't even give that much fame in a group solo dungeon. So you'll watch right here. The amount of fame you take to time and effort just to beat her, she gave 14,000 fame. We're in a sprint. We're just going to try to use the silver buff as best we can. Again, it's not really worth it. Grab more mobs too. Trying to get the other guy on the thorns. Back here? No, it's a dead end. Just double checking. It's my timing to put another Q down. Ooh, I don't like those living roots. The living rooms are not that bad as long as you keep moving. I believe. I think that's the only thing that's the one thing is because they normally sit there and do a normal attack, right? But you see those thorns. So as long as you keep moving, he can't hit you with those thorns, and then they're not so dangerous. Alright. And these caves always give you two different directions. So there's this one with the trap, and then there's this one without. But it's normally just a loop. But sometimes you miss bosses because of this loop. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fighting in case there's another boss. But I don't think there's going to be another boss at level 1. Because we're literally only level 1. Alright, there's only one torch there. So there's no boss there. This is the loop that comes back. Just make sure there's not another path. There's not. What weapon should I try for solo dungeons? So the most common weapons for solo group dungeons, or even solo dungeons in common, is axe, one-handed axe, curse staff, and or nature staff. Now the other ones that also work pretty good too, I know, is crossbow. Not very commonly used, but crossbow has also been used down it as well. But what you see most commonly is axe for all the bleed and extra damage, and battle axe. One-handed battle axe with a shield is what you most commonly see. You'll also see some people with crossbows maybe do it, very rarely, but it can be done. Nature staff, you'll see a lot of it, and then curse staff, you'll see a lot. Those are the most common. Now you can do it with a lot of the other weapons as well. It's just more along the lines of what do you see other people do, right? Curse staff and nature staff are probably the really effective ones, as well as axe. Axe is probably the most effective for all its bleed and all its damage, from what I've seen, because axe has such huge survivability because you're always doing damage, and it doesn't require any skill shots or anything like that. It gets you, and you also get up close and personal. Now there's two ways. Now the only way you can tell which way you want to go is you look at them and you see which one's spaced kind of the same. And these two right here should be this way for the mini boss, and this way should be the exit. In theory. Now right here, there's the two symbols. So I know I explained this before in the other video. So if you're trying to look which way is the boss, any two pillars or any two similar looking items will guide you to a mini boss. See right here? So if you're trying to easily identify the environment, two similar like torches or cauldrons or fire torches will normally mark the way toward a mini boss. Not always, but they tend to. So if you're just trying to look at the environment and figure it out. Now this one we may be able to just pull one. Let's see if we can. Nope, we got both of them. Move, move, move. Let me move. And I group with that archer again. Keep missing it because I'm not putting two down. I'm not used to that timing. Ah, missed it again. I clicked to do it and it was already on cooldown. Which is also different too because I'm not used to not having a torch either. So I gotta get used to both of those. Alright, it's a blue chest. And just 79,000. Now, sometimes group dungeons, tier 5 group dungeons here, Philippe Thomas, can be profitable. But a lot of times, it's not as profitable as going down in the static tier 4s for time to effort. When I mean time to effort, did you see how long it's taken me to run and run and run? I have to fight all the mobs. Now, the good thing about doing group dungeons is you can get fame. I'm gonna just keep running. I doubt there's not gonna be another boss. It can't be more than two bosses on a floor normally. If there's 3 bosses on a floor, then you really have a lot. And this will be the down exit right here, so I leave all those guards there and I don't have to fight those guys. And now we're on floor 2. And we have a whole bunch. Now we have a better, safer backstop where somebody actually does try to run down here. They'll run into all those mobs. I know I'm putting down 2, but it's habit. Plus I'm spreading them out so that I cover a more wider area because it was more than one guy. Those are just a bunch of smaller guys, but take them all at the same time. Oh, there's a boss there. Even these are not normally worth it, those green books. We're gonna do it anyways, just because we're here. showcase all these different bosses. He stunned me in that. Bunch of books. I mean, I know I kept saying books, but they're the lower end books, right? They're just the tier 1 ones. So they only give 1,000 combat for paying for a book. And I only got 16 of them. So it's 16,000 fame that I can use for whatever I want. So as a low level player, definitely worth it. But me, 16,000 fame, those small ones, I tend to skip those green book ones if I was just doing this solo. And I just want it to be time efficient. And see how there's 2 paths? There's only 1 torch there. Or here there's nothing. I'm guessing this circles as well. What tier could I use to beat group dungeons? So tier 5 you can go in, you'll probably have an easier time with at least a minimum 5.3 gear. Right? You could probably do it with 5.2, but you'd probably end up dying a lot in 5.2, and even in 5.3 you probably still would have a very hard time. If you want to be the safest, I would go in with a minimum 6.2, better with 6.3. With 6.3 gear, you will have a much easier time soloing group dungeons. And that's kind of the more minimum-ish that you want to do. It's very hard. Now with 6.3 gear, you will probably not be able to solo all the bosses. In order to actually solo, because that's the most important part, right? Solo all the bosses, you're going to need higher than 6.3. Can it still be done? Yes, but you will have a very hard time and you will probably die a lot. And it takes practice to do something like this. Like, I didn't just go in a group dungeon and flawlessly did it every time. Anybody that's done solo group dungeons, you have to memorize every monster, you have to memorize every boss, you have to know the mechanics. And to learn the mechanics for yourself, I mean, one thing is to watch them, another thing is to actually do it. Once you learn the mechanics, then you'll be able to actually solo them. Now me, I've already fought most of those bosses, so again, this is a circle, so I'm not even going to worry about that trap. So when I fight a boss I've never fought before, like if you saw, I don't know if you were watching during my the pre-recorded video, you saw how I met a boss that I'd never fought before, and it took me multiple attempts, and even during the multiple attempts, I still died once. And remember, I'm wearing 8.3, 8.4 gear. If you encounter a boss like that in tier 6.3 or even 7.3, your chances of beating that same type of boss at the same level that I was at are going to be very, very low, if not impossible. And it took me a while to learn the mechanics, right? Because I literally was, and I was explained the whole thing. I said, this is the mechanics, this is what I have to watch out for, this is what they're going to do. And so I was talking to myself and explaining, this is what you need to watch out for. And every single boss you run into when you're doing a group dungeon bosses, you have to relearn the mechanics, because you're not there with a team. You have to be able to do it by yourself. And then you have to also change up your skills sometimes to make sure that it's effective. Like, see what's happening, don't get frustrated. I mean, even I got frustrated, but try not to get frustrated, right? And just do it. And it takes time. Like, sometimes I've spent 3 or 4 hours on one boss, just trying to learn the mechanics. So even though I'm down here doing all this, it's because I've fought all of these bosses multiple times. I've been doing this for months and months, years worth of time. And so for me, it's just second nature. And then I'm recording these and live streaming them so that people can see and maybe gain some knowledge in how the bosses are fought and done. And that's just with my particular build, right? So if you're playing with Curse Staff or you're playing with something else, you would have to learn to do it with those weapons. Now, I know there was 2 ways. This is one thing about these caves. There's 2 different ways to go, and I have no idea which way the boss is, because I didn't see any double torches. But if you don't see anything right away, it's very likely the other direction. So I didn't see any double torches this way, so I'm guaranteed this is probably the path going forward to the end. We still want to clear as much as possible so we actually don't get locked out on any boss chests. Because you never know when you might run into that one purple or that one legendary yellow one. Okay, here's the double. I just didn't look. There's the double. Just had to pay attention. Alright, that is a medium-sized glowy, so it's a good thing I didn't skip it, because that's where your money is, right? All the chests. So if you miss any chests, if you're looking in the environment, look for the doubles. And that will normally guide you when there's a fork in the road to where the mini-boss is. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that in the environment, when you're looking at the environment, go a little bit in the fork. If you don't see the doubles, you probably went the wrong way. Turn around quickly to look for the doubles, and that's normally where the mini bosses or bosses are. And it could be a double of anything. It could be double torches, it could be double stone pillars. It's a double of something. The environment does try to tell you. That hit the skill instead. I accidentally selected that giant, which I don't. I want to select the wizard. Wizard's gone. Now it's an easy fight. It's just super tanky giant. Dodge that. Alright, it's a blue. That's not bad. Blues are better than green. 144k. What is this? I've never seen one of these in a chest before. It's kind of cool. It's a solo tier 6. And I drink some water here real quick. So you see this fork in the road? There's the double statues. That's how you know there was a mini boss. No double statues. See how there's only one statue? That means that's the normal way to go. That's normally what marks is it. That's just the normal path. The double torches normally mark mini bosses or something else. And the same thing environments for other dungeons as well. Now just because we fought one boss, what I normally do is if I fight one boss, you can skip all these mobs. You don't have to fight these guys. You can just run to the exit. Now, if you run into another boss, it's fine. You just have to walk backwards to clear out the mobs. But if you're trying to be as time efficient as possible in a group dungeon, and you're just trying to search only for chests, you don't care about the fame part, you just care about the chests. Once you fight a boss on a level, there's only a 25 to 30+% chance there'll be 2 bosses per level. So I can literally skip all these, I can skip all those other things, and just keep going. Now based on the design right here, there may actually be a second boss. The maps just regenerate by themselves and they look the same. Which I believe it's Athos. So I'm gonna skip it anyways. See this design right here? This is how I know that after this design right here, when we go further, if the other design is right here, this right here, this means it's Athos. This is a boss I am not able to solo. I will showcase him, I'll fight him once or twice, but this is not a boss I can solo. And because I can't solo, I'm not even going to worry about fighting all those other mobs. In fact, he's even a Chloe with the spikes on him. Hello, sir, Zamfleg. We're over here showcase a boss I've never been able to actually solo. He's not a boss I can solo. Now I've tried many different combinations. This is a boss I've spent well over 8+ hours in total, always trying to fight, and I've never been able to fight him or beat him. Let me show you some of his mechanics. So he has that one right there. We're just gonna fight him with what we have, and I've never been able to beat this boss solo. He just has so many different area effects and things that you can't dodge. Like when he kicks you, you go slower. So you can't get out of that unless you actually use a sprint. And then his normal attack, you see how much damage his normal attack is doing? Huge. So right here, that, you can't dodge that either. He stuns you and then hits you again with that. And then this, he hits you with that. Like he hits you with so many things. And he does so much constant damage. You see this? So then people are thinking, oh, then you have to do a healer's build. So here, let me show you a different build, right? I mean, if we were to change it up like this, it's when he kicks you, he kicks you, right? That's an undodgeable. You can't dodge his kick. His kick slows you down, and then he throws a boulder at you, and you can't get out of the boulder unless you have some kind of dodge. So even if, and I've done that before, I've changed this to dodge, and I've changed this to heal. Now the other problem with Athos 2 is if you fight him for too long, so if you fight him and the fight lasts for more than 5 minutes, how to craft? We did do a Zamfleek. We did do a little bit of crafting in the middle of the stream. But I can teach you a little bit of crafting. My crafting is mainly just food. Hit the R key now, D key. I know I'm doing the QQ twice, which I shouldn't be doing. Hit the R key again. So right here I'm going to hit the W key now. That only can do it for 2. I have to re-memorize this one because it's different now that I changed my skills up. Go big a little bit. And you see, you can't even get out of that. And this one you can't get out of either unless you had speed, which I had the giant boots. Yeah, he's doing too much damage. We're gonna have to potion it. Do you see how much damage he does? Alright, I'm potioning it. I'm not gonna risk that. Because it only has that half hit points. And then once he goes to tier 3, then he starts doing even more damage. You like that hammer guy? So Arthos is actually really easy to do with 2 people. I have a live stream showing me fighting Arthos with one other person, because he splits his skills between 2 people. But in a 1v1 on Arthos, he does so much regular damage. He throws so many skills so quickly. A lot of them cannot be dodged unless you have some kind of movement. Here, I'll even show you. Like, I can put dodge on, right? Some kind of movement. But even with movement, you can dodge a whole bunch of things, but I'm lacking in tankability. So here, We'll try this again. Now I know I have revitalized, and then I've even changed this to say, okay, let's try to take less damage. So let's do protection of nature. We'll show you even another build. I've tried all different combinations, and then even with a druidic staff, I've done it with a druidic staff where I've gotten all the way. But remember how they say in the fight, if the fight lasts longer than 5 to 6 minutes, his hit points and mana start regenerating like as if he was standing there, even while you're fighting him. So even if you try to go like a full healer's build, if the fight lasts too long, he immediately starts gaining back a ton of hit points super quickly. So we're gonna try to do it. See, my dodge is not on cooldown, and when he kicks you, you can't move faster, so you can't get out of it. So you kick me, see, I can't run fast enough. When he kicks you, it's a slow. Oh, I don't have any real sport going. So that's a bad attempt. Without any real sport. But you can see, you see how much damage he does? Crazy boss. We'll do one more attempt on him, but then we're going to call it quits because, again, there's no combination that I have currently with my current equipment that stands a chance with what I brought in. Now, if I brought in something different, like if I brought in a druidic staff, I stand a much better chance. If I brought in some different type of potions, then I would also stand a better chance. But currently, with the way he's set up right now, yeah. I never even got him to stage 3. I get him to stage 2 and that's it. See, he kicked me and I move slower. But he's only at stage 1. Once he goes to stage 2, he kicks you, and then literally is right there, kick, and you can't dodge some of those things. So after every kick, you kind of have to dodge. See, he kicked me again, I'm moving slow. That was undodgeable. This is normally hard to get out of too. Hit the R key now, D key. So you kick me, I can't dodge that one. That one's hard to dodge because I was moving slower because of the kick. Kicks me again, I'm moving slow. Try to heal up some. But look how much damage he's doing. And I can't dodge the C. Now he's at this is stage 2. That area effect, you can't dodge that without a dodge. And you see how many abilities he's throwing at you? He's trying to spend all this time trying to dodge it. I have to eat another potion, which I'm eating right now. You see, and I only got him not even half hit points. And you see how he starts regenerating hit points super fast? Like, when the fight lasts too long, his hit points, you saw they regenerate even faster. To a point where you can't ever beat him. So, that's that Arthros boss. He's not a boss I can solo. So I normally, as soon as I see this design, I'm like, okay, that's it. Can't solo him. He's one of 2 bosses I cannot beat. Out of every boss I've ever faced. And I've faced a lot of bosses. Arthos is one, and the Earth Daughter is the other. I cannot solo Earth Daughter. And in fact, even with 2 people, Earth Daughter still is very hard to... So you can solo with 2 people, but you need a dedicated healer and somebody else. And the healer's got to be well geared and know what they're doing. And then you can beat Earth Daughter. And you can beat Arthos with 2 people too. Again, they're not easy fights. And it takes a lot of practice. But Zamfleek, if you're still here, I can run back to Fort Sterling and show crafting. If you're not here anymore, we may end up doing something differently. We're here. I'm going to actually check Penuchef because Penuchef's right here. And I'm not full inventory. So normally why I bought 2 maps, and if I had time permitted, I would go and eat a second map and just go look for a second dungeon out there. But we're going to go to Penuchef really quick. We'll take a look at it. We'll see where we're at. And then we'll run back to Fort Sterling, sell off. And then decide from there. So for those that are still watching or still here, are the keyboard typing and the mouse clicks, are those too loud? I know my microphone's not on my head at the moment because I have an ear infection. And it's kind of right in front of my keyboard. And I just want to make sure that the keyboard clicks and the mouse click is not too loud or annoying or anything. If anybody can give me that feedback, that'd be helpful. And Zanfleek, I haven't forgot your comment there. Can you teach me how to craft? I will, if time permits. I'm just trying to be time efficient here because I'm always already out here one zone away from Penuchev. We'll do a quick run around Penuchev. See if we grab any other chests, fill up our inventory before we make our way back to Fort Sterling. We're at 28.4 million. We'll see what we can get. No chest here, no chest there. Keep walking this way. We're just going to drop ergo, save some hit points. No boss, no chest back here. That literally checks all of them because you check this one, this one, this one. So you check all those chests, which is one zigzag. Now there's no boss there. There's no chest here. We can sprint, sprint. Okay, there's no chest there, and if you went up here, you can normally see if there's a boss there. Now to easily see the boss back there, because that's where a lot of people actually miss, is you just run, you just have to run to the middle to check all the chests in the back as well. So you keep running here. By the time you hit this mob right here, you want to sprint. And then right here, you can see there's no boss back there. We can drop the aggro here. No boss, no chest, A out. We go right back into the dungeon, go northwest, and do the zigzag there. Run all the way to the door. There's no boss up there. Normally you can see it. This will allow us to enter right back into the dungeon really quickly. Do you still use Shadow Caller when doing group dungeons? I don't use Shadow Caller. I use the Nature Staff. I am sure the Shadow Caller, if I was fully specialized in Shadow Caller, would actually stand a good chance versus Earthchild as well as Arthos. Can they be done in soloed? I have no idea. And there's a chest right here. So we're going to get to this chest right now. There's only one glowy mob. We're going to drop all the aggro right here. We're going to keep our Helion helmet on. We're going to walk closer here. We're going to just fight these guys right here. I have the wrong skill equipped for my W key, but it is fine. We'll just use it. Just makes me more tanky is all. So Alex the Loner, I do not use Curse Staff with this particular character. I only use Nature Staff. I am specialized in Nature Staff in full. So what I mean by specialized, if I come over here and hit the B key and I come over here, you'll see and notice that I have level 115 here, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. So I am specialized in nature. I am not specialized in Curse Staff on this character. I have more than one character, and I have another character with Shadow Caller. But and even he's not fully specialized as specialized as this character. I didn't care for the Curse Staff as much because it doesn't allow me to do versatility such as healing or changing other things. I actually like Protection of Nature on my guy, so I'm going to leave that there for now. Put it on me. It's kind of nice. So we get the tiki right here. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. No boss there, no chest back here. And in the front, we already checked the front because when we walked toward it. Now there's no boss, no chest there. Just keep walking. Give myself some more. There's a chest right there. We'll lose this aggro. Well, actually, we'll just walk. We'll just walk all the way around. I've never thought of doing it that way. You can come this way and you can just walk all the way around instead of going through here to get to this chest. I never thought of doing it that way. That's pretty neat. Oh, there's glowy guys. Just see how many we can take down before we have to reset it. Or maybe we don't have to reset it, we'll see. I think we have to reset it at least once. But I have my W key as a E, as a heal, so we're more tanky with it. I've never done this W key particularly when farming, but I can see how it can make you live a lot longer. Yeah. That's actually effective. It works. We'll run around with the W key for now. A little less damage, but it makes you far more tanky. Which is what you want when you're doing chest hunts. I like it. Protection of nature. Alright, no boss there, but that doesn't mean there's not a boss in the back. So we'll run, run, run. Put the W key on me now. With the R key here. Hit him with this, this. One more right here. Get the E key, get full hit points back. Keep going. The W key again. My sprint's almost up. We're just going to keep going. There's a boss back there. We're going to sprint it. We're going to get to here. We're going to drop aggro right here. We're going to wait. W key, E key. I don't want that guy. Well, that's not what I wanted. Just keep going, just keep going. We're gonna sprint, sprint, sprint. Alright, we made it to the chest. There's no gloways. It is just that kind of boss. We can engage it right now. W key, the E key. That W key is actually going to be pretty impressive. Instead of doing more damage, I'm more tanky. The R key now. I think it's better for chest runs. Just focus on the Q key for doing damage with our normal attack. Yes, it does a little bit less damage, but for survivability, I think that's what matters the most. I shouldn't have picked up the tier 2. Book. See what we can toss. Don't need to toss anything. Alright. And that's the full circle for the whole thing. Because you check this boss, this chest, that chest. Now you haven't checked every single chest, but you checked the bulk of most of the chests with the rope that I just took. And that was Penuchef literally trying to check every single chest one in a very short amount of time. And the same thing is for Malware Gorge as well. and then we just run the exit. We'll run back to Fort Sterling, sell everything off, and if Alex Alona, or if you're not Alex Alona, sorry, Zam Falik, if you're still here, let me know and we'll show you crafting. If you're not here anymore, then I have other videos showing crafting that if you just watch them, you'd be able to see how to do crafting. But if you're still here, leave me a comment in the chat section, and I'll show you how to do some food crafting, which is very similar to if you want to craft weapons or other things. And I'll explain the stations, building stations, how you have to feed stations, like, because they need food in order to craft, other things like that. So please, Zamfleek, let me know if you're still here. If not, we'll do one more circle around Mauer Gorge. And then I think that would be, we'll call this video, the stream, good after that. Unless anybody else has any other suggestions.
I have lots to trade.
This sell us off. Switch this off too. There you go. I was like, why is it not showing any tier 4 loot? May I know what time do you stream? So Albion Online, I stream about 2 or 2.5 hours back from right now. Is what I commonly am doing right now. Now I stream whenever I can, when I can. And the main reason why I say it this way is because I'm a working father, working dad, and because of this, I only can play when I can play. So I'm just an normal, ordinary person. Sometimes I only can stream for 30 minutes. Sometimes I can stream for longer. Now today is kind of a free-ish day for me, so I can stream a whole bunch of different times most of the time today. So that's why I'm streaming a lot longer today. But normally I can only stream for like an hour in the morning, hour and a half in the morning, just before my kid wakes up. Now the other thing that also for Alex Aloner is I asked people in the beginning of the stream if it was okay. I showed a pre-recorded video, so when my kid wakes up I can take a little bit of time, like between 10-20 minutes or more, to go and feed my kid, but showcase a pre-recorded video. And the response was sure, as long as it's just a short video. And I also put up in the actual window saying pre-recorded video, and I made sure that everyone knew that it was a pre-recorded video, and I had to take care of my kid. So I may do more like that as a need, because when my kid wakes up, I have to take care of him, right? He wakes up, I gotta make sure he eats food, I gotta make sure he brushes his teeth, I gotta make sure I clothe him, and then he goes off to school. And then, and because winter season's coming, snow will be coming, and so if there's snow on the road, I'm definitely not going to have my kid walking through the snow. So may have to take time and then drive him as well. So that's where those pre-recorded videos may come in handy if I have to take the extra 5-10 minutes or more to drive my kid to school. But hopefully that answers your questions, Alex. The loaner is for when I stream Albion Online. Now I am playing multiple other games, right? So I play Cosmeteer, I also am playing Ultima Online Forever, which is a game that's much older than Albion Online. And I play that game, and that's my main game I'm actually playing. I'm spending more time on that. Now, I haven't done too many streams on that one because I have an ear infection. So my mic's right next to my keyboard. So if you're hearing a lot of keyboard clicks and mouse clicks, it's because I'm not wearing a headset. This is far more comfortable for me. I'm actually liking this setup more. So unless I get a whole bunch of feedback saying that they hear too many keyboard clicks and mouse clicks, I may even just leave it this way because it's very comfortable for me to play this way. And I'm playing with speakers, so if you hear a double sounds or feedback, it's because I don't even have headsets on. Anyways, we're going to do this loop right here. Hopefully that answered your question there, Alex Aloner. If you have more questions, feel free to ask them. A lot of my streams, I try to educate in some way. Albion Online on certain things. I know some of them are strong, but there's always little tidbits and nuggets in all the streams that I do, I believe, or I feel like. Feel free to let me know otherwise. And as long as people ask me questions in the chat, I will deviate and try my best to teach some other content. Now, the main reason I didn't go back to go teach crafting is because Zamphilique didn't respond back saying that they're still here and wanted me to teach them crafting. If you want me to teach you crafting, you do have to still be here. Otherwise, I have other videos, many other videos that do teach crafting and farming and go through that. All right, no boss here. We just check right here. So you see there's no boss there. But that doesn't mean there's not a boss in the back. And a lot of times people miss that boss in the back. Well, not anymore. Now that the awareness has gotten out, a lot of people actually don't miss that boss in the back. But the boss in the back right here can tend to be orange and or red. And you can see right here, there's no boss. So we hit the D key here. We'll walk over here, hit the A key now. We'll go right and out. We did the full circle. So there's no chest here, 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 or there's no boss and no chest back there. And that's how to quickly just search that side. Now we'll come right back here, run out the door. The door, if you stand right here at the door, you can see if there's a boss there. There's no boss there. So we'll enter right back in. So we just checked the southeast side and the northeast side. So now we're going to come over here and run straight northwest. This allows me to see if there's a chest here. There's no chest here, so that checks that spot. We run this section right here. And the main reason we run this section is you get less archers, less to no archers you can encounter, and no wizards. And archers and wizards, see how these are all melee guys? Do the most damage. Now I see there's a chest right here, I almost missed it. We're going to run straight at them. And we're going to go D key right on top of them, right here. The R key now, we're just trying to do damage. We're not worried about the heals because we have double the heals. Go faster, avoid those. W key now. I'm liking the W key, it gives me a lot more survivability. Because you see how someone else just walked in? He doesn't get it. I got it. Now he went that way, it's no big deal. We're gonna go this way. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Now we run back down the middle here. There's no chest there, and we're going to check the chest spawn back here. So we go this path. W key again, it's pretty nice. They have nature protection. It doesn't include an attacking, so there's no boss there and there's no chest there, so we just walk down. This allows us to check the next one here. See how there's no chest here and there's no chest there. And now we can go the southwest side. This allows us to check all the chests in a short amount of time and see what's there. And then if you want to just keep doing it, just keep doing the loop over and over again, the same loop. And thanks, Alex Loner. That is a nice. I've taken a long time to memorize this and to go through it, so that it is the same. You see how there's a boss right there? So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna run, run, run. W key again. And I'm holding Alt and hitting W key so I self-heal. And right here I'm going to hit the R key. We're going to throw down some thorns. We're going to heal up with the E key. Well, I'm muted because of... Never mind, they got me. Those bats, they silence you. We're going to hit the D key right here. We're going to play it safe. Because there's that knight. He attacked me. I do want that boss. There is another guy there. I'm actually going to sprint it now. Someone else is running for that boss, and I want to run for the boss too. We're gonna hit the R key now. W key. Okay, nobody's here. Oh, there is somebody here. We're gonna try to drop aggro. We're gonna tag the boss right this second. I'm gonna tag the boss. I don't have my W key for damage. So now we're trying to just do as much damage as possible. Hit, 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 and then Q key now. Hit, 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 hit. I feel like I was slowed. So now we have to tag the extra mobs. So I'm going to tag the extra mobs now. And it's all about who does more damage here. He's not doing damage, which is silly of him, because it's whoever does the most damage to the last mob that falls. Alright. I believe I got it. We'll see here. It's taking damage over time. And I did? Oh, it's shared. Oh, wait. Oh, I wait for Dalal. Dalal's in my group. There's a chest here, Dalal. Oh, I'm not even in chat. Is he in chat? There. I think it's in chat. There's a chest there for him. Alright, we're gonna check to see if there's one more boss spawn back there. There's not. And this is where I normally am going to call it. Okay? So I know there's a boss spawn here in chest, and there's a boss spawn here. And this is a safe place to log out right here to check them back real quick, and then I can just do the rotation again. So if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. It helps me out a ton, helps to push out this content to other people, give them awareness, get to see it as well. If you would like, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like, especially what you don't like, so that I can improve and make better content. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month, check out what content I have, and or come back daily, because I am streaming daily. I do stream multiple different type of videos daily as well, so please be aware of that as well. Anyways, thank you all for being here, thank you all for supporting me, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day.